Your portfolio isn't just broken, it is bleeding out. This week on The Learning Curve, we're breaking down a portfolio and exposing two issues that we see all the time. Number one, high internal hidden fees, and number two, complete lack of performance. All right, we're gonna do a portfolio breakdown here. First fund that we have right here is ESPNX. That has nothing to do with the wide world of sports, but it is Allspring Special Small Cap Value Fund. First thing we want to take a look at on this portfolio, look down here at the expense ratio. The expense ratio for this fund is a whopping 0.92%. Almost a full 1% of this fund is going straight to the fund's management fees. Now, I believe that fees are only a problem in the absence of value, so let's check out the long-term performance of this fund. Looking over the last 1 year, this fund has actually lost 10.5%. Looking out over the last 5 years, this fund has lost 21% of its value, and it's charging nearly a 1% fee every year. Absolutely terrible. And if we look at maximum all time, this fund has been in existence since 2010. It's done 85% total in 15 years, just an abysmal rate of return for the amount of fees that this gentleman is paying for this fund. Next up is the American Century Small Cap Growth Investor, ticker symbol ANOIX. Looking over here at our Google performance, first thing to look at the expense ratio of this fund, a whopping 1.13% on this fund. So over 1% for the fund's management fees. Over the last year, we're losing money, and over the last 5 years, we've lost over 17%, while being charged over 1% for that fund's management. Next up is the Baird Core Plus Bond Institutional, ticker symbol BCOIX. Let's check this guy out right here. Looking out over the last 1 year, hasn't really done much. That's okay, it's a bond fund. Current yield 4%, not too bad. Expense ratio on this one, not too bad, 0.30%. But we look out over the last 5 years, we've actually lost 13% over the last 5 years. So are you one of those investors who make that mistake of thinking that bonds are stable or that bonds are safe? Because bonds are still a security. They are not stable and they are not safe. And looking out over the maximum time period here on Google, from 2000 until now, this bond fund over a 25-year period has only done 1.7% during a 25-year period. Next up, and this will be the last one that I do, Campbell Systematic Macro, ticker symbol EBSIX. Looking at this guy right here, this one has an expense ratio of a whopping 1.76%. Almost 2%. That's absolutely ridiculous. That would cost more than access to me as the advisor, my entire staff, Brookstone Capital Management, my RIA, and the fund itself. A very, very expensive fund. Let's check out the performance on this thing. Over the last 1 year, this fund has actually lost money. Over the last 5 years, this fund has only averaged about 3%. And remember, minus out almost 2% for the fund fees. Let's take a look at the long-term performance. This fund data goes back to 2013. And during a 12-year period, this investor has actually lost money. Out of these 10 funds, 9 of these funds have high fees and terrible performance. He only had one fund that was good that I would recommend keeping in his portfolio. Here's a lesson, guys. Small leaks sink big ships. If you don't know exactly what you have in your portfolio, send me a direct message. I'm happy to get together for a complimentary portfolio review, and I'll educate you and show you on exactly what you have, what the fees are, and how it's working. And if we find that your portfolio is not just broken, but it's bleeding out, we're happy to fix it and put you in something that could potentially be much better for you and your financial goals.